Hello, true art believers, and welcome. Welcome to today's live stream. You are watching the #1 live art streamer in the world. This is Pierson here. I did a little bit of flex because I'm flexing right now. I don't know why I did that. Just did it because I felt like it. That's why. Anyhow, it is day 145 of 200 days of drawing, and I am still going strong. Now, next week's going to be the real challenge. I'm going to be trying to figure out how I can do that because it's going to be a rough one. Before I begin my drawing escapades, please smash the subscribe button. Do me the honor. I very much appreciate it. Please and thank you. Now let's get on the show or on the road, or let's start this drawing escapade. Let's get this drawing on the road. Is that the phrase? Is that what you do? I don't know. Anyways, let's begin. And welcome everyone. I am going to set up my little handy dandy armature here so I can do a time lapse. Just want to say thank you for those that are watching. I really do appreciate each and every one of you, and I know that you have time, and your time is a valuable resource, and I appreciate you hanging out with me today. So I'm going to try to adjust this little thing here, and we're going to get going today. Let's see here. I don't remember. I'm going to open a file here real quick and see what the last photo I had done are, like the last image that I worked with. I don't remember the color I used. It looks like I used an orange and red background. So I'm going to use that as a basis. So the reason why I was wondering about like what color I was using is because I want to basically go around the color wheel that I have here, and it's going to be the basis of my background tone. So I used an orange-ish background. I may have used a red. I don't know. Anyways, that's going to be background today, and we're going to do a for a little. That's the background color. That's the back tone. But the background shape that I typically have, everything juxtaposed on top, is going to be a pinkish tone. But before I begin drawing, actually, I didn't even plan this through, friends. Well, so how is everyone doing today? I hope you are doing well. This is Pierson here. But before I begin, I just want to say thank you. So I really say thank you. I know that I may not be doing the most awesome of drawings, but I am probably the more consistent person in the field. Did I just... Let's see here. I did, didn't I? There we go. Let's see here. Okay. And there we go. We got my drawing here. And let us begin. Get out of the frame. So I am doing a drawing a little later, not even later, it's early, actually later, because I intended on doing this around noon, but I just didn't do it. I've been getting up really late lately. We're gonna do like a 15 pixels. Been getting up really late, so this one, if I'm not gonna do any like fantastical, I'm not gonna do a fantastic drawing or one with a mustache. I'm going to take a little break from that for a while until I can get a moment of time where I just am able to work on it a little bit more than usual. So lately I'm just going to be doing these like simple little cactus ones where there's the like twin arm ones. Like they're like little ghosts, like ooh, right? So I'm going to be doing twin arm cactuses for a while. I'm just trying to keep it simple as of lately. Today I wanted to get this out of the way. I had planned on like, doing some meal prep. I'm going to start bulking up. I'm really excited about that. I was planning on doing some meal prep. And I knew that if I did the meal prep right now, I wouldn't be able to. I wouldn't be doing this drawing until later tonight. So I decided I'm going to like do a really simple drawing, a really simple like cactus drawing, comparatively. Well, actually, I've been saying that. Man, I'm like squiggly lines here. A really, by definition, one of my more simple ones. Actually, I'm going to backtrack that. They're not simple. They're just, it's like a simple formula that I've been just recycling over and over again. And there's some complexities to them that start stacking up later on. And by gosh, this one might be one that I actually might shrink. It's going to be a little large in the frame there. All right. The perspective is off on this, but I don't care. I don't care about the perspective. That's just a moot point. I hope you are having a wonderful day. Feel free to ask me questions and comments and provide your support any way possible. Um, give me a thumbs up, a cheer, a like, comment, share, whatever else. It's all good. And the reason why I do that is because there's nothing wrong with asking, right? We don't give any. This is a little like this is a pet peeve of mine. Um, this is a real big pet peeve of mine where artists are not allowed to promote themselves because they like like, oh, you're conceited, you're promoting yourself. Like, well, who else is going to promote me? I can't afford an agent. So like, this is a pet peeve of mine. Like, you're not allowed to promote yourself because then you come off as stuck up. But like, listen, you don't have none of us have any problem with Apple having a commercial every 5 seconds, or Nissan or Coca-Cola promoting themselves every 5 seconds. I'm pretty sure if I had more followers on Twitch or YouTube and you saw an ad on there, you wouldn't be complaining about it. You just click skip ad after 5 seconds, and go about your merry way. But like, this is all I have, man, right? This is all I have. And there's this like guilt that artists are given. Like, we have this guilt for promoting ourselves. Like, well, there's no one else going to do it. And why not? You know, um, it's just like it's a weird predicament that artists are in. Is they can't really, they're stuck in a rock and a hard place. Like, if you promote yourself, you're frowned upon. But like, listen, everyone, artists got to eat too. So like, I don't really promote myself. And in essence, this is my promotion. Like, you can help me out and buy prints of these. I'm not pushing them on you. I'm going to keep making these regardless of whether or not any person buys a print. To me, they're just fun little experiments, and I get a bit of enjoyment every time I do one. It's fun, it's enjoyable, it's low stress volume. Like, a lot of drawings other people might be doing might have a higher stress volume. So I don't really know. And here we go. And we're just doing this little. And here we go. Oops. So it's a very, that looks weird. Maybe we'll do this. That's a little bit better. Alrighty then. Now, no mustaches today. But so next week I'm going to be going out of town, and I'm going to have to figure out how am I going to be doing these, because I'll have access to the internet. I might I might have to figure out how I'm going to do it. I don't know how it's going to work. I really don't. I really don't. So there's a level of like uncertainty. I just sneezed. Sorry. Gosh. So there's a level of uncertainty um, to it, and so I'm just like, how am I going to be able to do this? Like I do have access to the internet, but I'm not one of those lucky people that has like I don't have a laptop. I don't have a lot of electronics. I have a computer. I have a really old like tablet I bought for like $100 years back because it was a cheap pressure sensitive tablet. And I used it for a while, but the darn screen was about as big as my iPhone here, you know? And yeah, so I just I drew in the wrong layer. I gotta put this all over again. I gotta fix this. There we go, sand. Now this is gonna be a cactus. So I'm gonna be out of town next week. I don't have to figure out how I'm gonna be dealing with this whole drawing live. I have a slight inclination it's gonna be very difficult, and it's gonna be like I'm gonna actually I think the only difficult part is where I'm gonna be able to do it. Um, I'll have a lot of free time because I won't be doing any like work per se, right? I'll just be you know, I'll have a lot of free time. Hopefully. Hopefully people will honor my time and allow me to do my drawing. Um, and that's one of the hard things about like doing like this have setting the side goal, right? Of like doing 200 days of drawing. Like you don't the the whole premise, right? I'll leave it like this actually. Yeah, we'll leave it like that. I like that like the whole premise is like it's a rather simple thing. Like you should be able to do it. It's not a hard thing to do. It shouldn't be a difficult thing. But like we don't account for like, oh, people in when you in 100 days you do go out of town. Not always, but there might be an instance where you might go out of town, right? And it's hard to factor in like when you are going to go out of town. And so like I knew I was going to be going out of town. I just didn't know when, right? And there was ideas about when. So I'm going to be struggling a bit um, these next few weeks. This next week is going like how am I going to organize myself so that I'm able to do these drawings. And that's what's going to be challenging to me for next week is is that, you know? So I'm going to do it basically what I've been doing lately is just doing this soft little gradient, you know? Just eye dropping and doing like a quick back and forth to kind of create a soft transitional tone, just removing some of that hard edge that you see below from the previous brush strokes using a hard edge brush to a soft edge brush. So that's this or more this is basically an airbrush essentially. I don't know if the the names have changed, but it's essentially an airbrush. All right, just kind of add that in there. I don't even know if I like that highlight there. I might just go back and kind of knock it down a little bit, you know? Just knock it down. I'll even do this. Oops. And we're gonna maybe do like a darker purple right here. There we go. Okay. I think I'm done playing around with that. I think that's fine. Now we're gonna go and we're just gonna work on the cactus. I spent a little bit long, too much. Actually, I spent too much time on that. So my goal is to get this drawing done in the next 20 minutes. I say 20 because I spent a little long on that background. Not too happy about the background color, but here's what I do is I just do it, and if the decision's wrong, I don't worry about it, right? You don't want to worry about those decisions. Like this whole color problem that's happened in the background here, that's negligible. I'm not going to fret on whether like, oh, this is not good enough. This is not a good color combination. Like right now, maybe later on I'll look at it with a different set of eyes, be like, you know what, this is not bad. I don't think it's a great color combination, but it's not bad. It's not like it's terrible. And that's one of the things you got to kind of deal with when you're drawing is not worrying about making mistakes, not worrying about those color combinations, because I got to have a little bit of, what is it called? Like, what's the word? What is the word? Speaking of words, anyways, what is a little bit of a, gosh, I had the same problem yesterday. I had the same problem yesterday. The word I was having trouble with was time zone, and I was saying like time sector, time area. So I was having the same problem. Insight. What is the word? I'll figure out what that word is later on. I'll be like drawing like, oh my gosh, I remember what that word was. Context. Context. So I gotta have a little bit of context here. So like meaning that like I'm gonna be doing 50 more of these, and I shouldn't be so worried about like this drawing because I'm gonna be doing a bunch more after this. So what's it to me if there's a little bit of, if it's just a little bit off, like the colors are. So I shouldn't be too worried about that. It's just a small little blip. I spent a little bit too much time on that. That's fine though. Yeah, so you have to have a little bit of context and understanding what's going on. You shouldn't be too worried about it. You shouldn't be too worried about it because if you're doing what I'm doing, which is a lot of volume, you shouldn't be worried whether or not this is the right visual choice. And so typically, I'm not too worried about whether or not this is the correct action because I'm going to be doing another 50 of these. And I'm going to stop around 50 after 200, and then I'm going to start something completely different. But after that, I'm going to be doing another series of drawings or another series of artwork. And I am not going to be, what would be the word for it is, I am not going to be upset over those small choices, because in the end, I will be doing another one. And because I'm doing so many of them, there isn't the perfection part is kind of not as important, right? So that's always a good thing. Okay, so what I'm going to do is here is I'm going to do on this layer, I'm going to be doing a complementary color of purple, which is like a green or like a light green. So we're going to put like a little bit of a light green in here, maybe some right here. and then pink as well. Let's see what pink would have. Oh, it's still going to kind of be in the green. Maybe a little bit of you. I'm going to do like a dark area. There we go. There we go. Maybe put some little bit highlights on this. All right, we'll highlight here. And then maybe I can make it really dark right here. Dark right here. Maybe make this a little bit darker on the edge. There you go. Leave it like that. Call it a day. Now we're going to work on the sand. Sand's usually the easiest thing out of all of them. I don't really have to spend a lot of time on it. I just don't. And because I'm not doing a mustache, I think I'll be able to knock this out really quickly. But you know, that could easily change really within like a blink of an eye. Sometimes I'll say like, oh, this is easy. I'm going to be done in like 5 minutes. And all of a sudden it turns out to be 50 minutes later. And I hope it doesn't turn out to be that, because I do have to maintain a really tight schedule about doing these 100 days of drawing. And that's one of the things about doing this. This is very hard to do. Like in theory, to do a 30-minute drawing is very easy. It's very easy to do 30-minute drawing. Now doing it live is very difficult. Because there's certain things that people won't talk about, like maintaining privacy. Like I can't, like I have a hard enough time, like just being alone in where I live, and then let alone trying to find a moments of not peace and quiet, but like definitely being able to get away from some things during the day. You know, it's very hard to shake. It's just being a parent. That's all it really is. It's very hard to be a parent and to do these things, like for real, like incredibly hard. I can see why. I can see the appeal of, like, you know, after doing all your things for the day, you just kind of don't do anything else at the end of the day, because you know you've been parenting all day. You've been doing all this stuff, right? That's a very difficult thing. And so, like, to do this, I've just having to be like, I've had to kind of just like, sometimes it's just saying I have to do this. And I don't like doing that sometimes. I don't like doing it. But then again, I did a lot today. So I shouldn't be so like, you shouldn't be so upset sometimes. I'm more upset about this. I got a little stain on my new shirt, and now it's tight. It's a little snug. It's because I've been lifting weights. Probably not. So this is something that I've been doing, is like maybe the drawing the cactus stem, like the lighter it is. Kind of do something like that. And I've been doing a lot of exaggerated cast shadows. So that's what I've been kind of dealing with as of lately, is doing that kind of exaggeration of form and so forth. And I kind of like it. Now we're going to go and add another layer. My goal is to finish this in the next less than 10 minutes, you know. So basically I technically have like 6 minutes, 6 to 8 minutes left, because I didn't start my, I got something in my eye. I didn't start my drawing. I don't start my drawing until a little bit later, because I got the intro video and all the other stuff. So I got a little bit of a reserved time slot. Oh, no, 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 no. We're going to delete that layer. Add another one, and we're connect it. I didn't have it as a layer mask. That's why I was like, what's happening? So right now I'm kind of doing like using a really thick brush or a size brush. Or I'm using the same brush, but it's scaled up quite a bit. And then I'm going to start like refining it a little bit, you know. So I've kind of scaled it down now, and I'm going to start tightening up those forms a little bit more, and so forth, kind of building up that shape, kind of making a cylinder shape with this cactus using the texture, just kind of building that up right there. I'm going to do the same thing here a little bit to some extent. And I'll just kind of bring this right here. There we go. It's kind of playing around here, you know, and that's the thing. What I'm doing here is I'm not doing like direct blending. I'm not using a little blending brush. I'm just I'm just basically color testing the adjacent or the next two color and kind of merging those tones together a little bit to kind of make a nice little even transition. And it's kind of fun to do that. There's nothing wrong with having a little bit of fun with your drawing, you know. Like I'm amazed when I look at these artists that do these hyper realistic drawings or hyper realistic paintings. I'm like, how do you have fun doing that? That sounds, just looking at that drawing just comes off as so not boring, but like it's just terrifying to see all that work or all that detail. Like that's just like a dreadful thing for me to do. Like that doesn't seem very fun to be able to have to do all that type of work on that drawing. Um, you know, but some people love it, you know, some people like that. You can't, what was it like? You can't shame them for that, or you can't like uh, hate them for that because, you know, it's amazing. Like it really is amazing, but like, uh, then again, though, I've been spending a lot of time on some of my drawings, and you wouldn't know it, but it's just because of lack of knowledge. That's why they're taking so long to do. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to pretend that there's going to be a cat. This is what I'm going to do. This is going to be something new. I'm going to pretend that there's like a cast shadow from this. I'm going to try to. Like a cast shadow from this cactus arm right here. Because it's got some sunlight coming from the back side, so might as well, there should be a little bit like a cast shadow happening here, I think. I'm having a hard time picturing it, but I think that's what should be occurring. And that way I can make like some reflective light right here. Kind of make it kind of nice. Something like that. Add a little bit like hyper green right here. All right, so I think I'm almost done with this. I am probably going to. Oh yeah, I got like 2 minutes left. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do like a dark, just like a darker, a few dark stripes on some of these areas. I'm not going to do a lot. It's going to kind of barely express them, except for in some of these bottom areas. Like right here, I'm going to kind of really hit it hard. And I think I might even make the there's that sand area that's really dark. I'm going to make it darker because it's or at the very least, what I'm going to do is I'm going to make it like a dark. Yeah, there we go. That makes it better. So I'm going to add some of those like that gnarling on those cactuses that you see, those little ribs, I guess. Just ever so slightly. Not enough to like really like make a significant shape, like make it significant, but just enough that you can kind of see that that it has some of that, you know. And with that comes a little bit of highlights. So we're gonna get this and kind of add like just a little bit of highlights, just a little, not like drastic highlights, just a little bit in some of these areas. Not even that bright. We're just looking for something that my hand's numb. When you get older, when you get older, you start getting like numbness. Oh my God, that's terrible. That's terrible. No, I sorry. No, it's a little bit numb here. There we go. And I think that's it. Now we're going to do some thorns and call it a day. I don't really want to. I'm not even going to. No, I'm not even going to blend in. I like the colors as is. Normally, I add a little bit of pink on the cactus right now, but I don't feel like I need to do that. So normally, what I'd do is I'd add a bit of like dark pink or add like a pinkish highlight. I could do that actually. I might do that right now. Sorry, I'm just like changing my mind on the whim. So what I'm going to do is on a new layer, so I'm not getting mixed in. So I do like some right here. No, it's got to be brighter. It's going to be like this. Something like that. Maybe a little bit right here. Maybe what I'll do is we'll do like a there we go. I think we'll do that. A complementary color instead. Instead of using the pink, we use like a teal underneath to kind of accentuate some of that highlight a little bit. I think that's the ticket right there. There's a little bit of, yeah. Yeah, that's what needs to be done. So it look like it's a little bit like that. Maybe a little bit like right here. I'm going to get this some dark tone right here. So I think something like that will be fine. Simple touches. Okay, now I'm not going to touch it anymore. That was a nice little touch. I can play around with it almost for another hour, just kind of playing around with the texture, but I don't have that kind of available time resource. And that's one of the things about that. One of the struggles with doing these live streams is not. It's not that I don't want to do them. What's the main struggles that I deal with is time coordination, and that's like the main thing that I deal with regards to this. Is I have a hard time finding a time windows to kind of really work on these, and so that's what I struggle with when I do these. Is I'm like like have to figure out like when can I do this. And lately, I haven't been really on point with my scheduling. Normally, I have like my whole week planned out, but like I just haven't been able to sit down and jot out my calendar. So like I'm just going by like straight habit now. Ooh, I just noticed something that I want to do again. I want to do, but first let's do the cactuses, the thorns here. I want to make this area brighter. But let's do the thorns on the cactus before I go ahead and start doing new things. So I just been struggling with my schedule, and you know, and it's a miracle that I've been able to do these for as long as I have. With like the chaotic schedule that I've been kind of working with. Like as I was saying, like it used to be like every Sunday I'd sit down for like 2 hours. It takes me 2 hours to write out my schedule because it changes a little bit, and that little bit adds all that extra time. So yeah, I was just struggling. You know what? I'm not even going to worry about these extra small things that I'm noticing. I'll just remind myself what I need to do next time in the future. Because there's some highlights I want to add in certain areas. But you know what? Like at this point, it's just like, is that extra move going to make it better? Or is it just something that's going to make my, ease my subconscious? And I'm just like, you know what? It's probably just going to ease my subconscious. And I'm just not going to worry about that, you know? Because yeah, it's just one of those things that's going to ease my subconscious mind, and because I want to add some highlights on the shoulder here, a little bit, some reflective light happening right here, but it's okay. You gotta learn to like just see those things as what they are. Like I see them, you know, like I see that could be an option, but you also got to learn to let go. Like I know that it will make it better, but I know it's going to add another 10 minutes. And you're like, some people could say, well, that's just 10 minutes, man. It's just 10 minutes. Well, like you could be done in a jiffy. I'm like, I agree. It could be done really quickly. But I also got to learn to like just recognize those things, let them go, and address them later on. So that is it. That is it. We're gonna go and make this hyper pink. Go down the bottom here with a 9. Let's go 8. I'm gonna go P. Actually, we're just gonna do teal. P 21, and 145. 145. Out of 200. Woo-wee! That is it, friends. I'm going to give it like 3, 2, 1. I had to turn off my timer. So that is it. I hope you enjoyed this drawing. I really did. I liked how it turns out. I think I'm getting better in certain aspects of this type of drawing. It's just so subtle that I really don't know. You can tell I've been really busy drawing because I haven't shaved It's been like, it's just like, I don't have time to shave. I just want to get my drawing done. Anyways, I just want to say thank you so much for watching. Really do appreciate you. Thank you so much. You are watching. I am the #1 live art streamer in the world. This is Pierson, day 145 out of 200. Almost done with 200 days. Oh my gosh. I didn't even think I was going to do 100 days, let alone double it. Anyways, before you leave, please, please, please don't forget to subscribe on my channel. It's very much appreciated. Anyways, I hope you have a wonderful day. I have to get going. Thank you so much. Cheers.